Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth according to the Bible, through the Spirit of God, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, and sincere salutation to all you hopeful let Akim out there pushing his word in all sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai commanded him to do, so he can wake up and seal the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and the Israelites will scatter them up to heathen nations. That may look like the heathen nations, but the Father sees how it goes back to even the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American. Hey, Shalom. Again, let's remember out here once again for the Spirit of God, Yahweh Shem Yahweh to do what we have been created to do. Uplift and exalt the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son on this planet Earth in the midst of this wicked ass kingdom known as America, Babylon the Great. You see? So let's get right into it. What's your question?
Man, I just wanted to I appreciate y'all, man, for everything, especially when y'all was saying about marital relationship, because one of the things that I always like had questions about or references is like, you know, people look at marriage like it's just about signing some papers, like it's that simple. They don't understand the real aspects of marriage that has nothing to do with paper.
So what marriage is according to the Bible, marriage has nothing to do with paper. The way that the damn so-called white man has it set up is so he can have a piece of, he basically controls your marriage. According to the Bible, marriage is when you have sex with a woman. That's marriage. You know what I'm saying? That's what consummates the marriage. Sex.
The formative law, husband and wife.
Like I always say, King Solomon had 1,000 wives, but he didn't have 1,000 marriage licenses.
Right.
And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to agree with the father. You go to her father and you say, hey, you know, and really the husband was older than the wife in most cases.
And most of the time, it would be an arranged marriage. You know what I'm saying? That's what kept the household in order. Women going out here thinking they can choose their own mate. And this is why you have so many single mothers amongst our community, because they don't know what they're doing. Everybody that comes across, then he could be the one. Now she got a baby daddy. That shit didn't work out. Now she moved. Oh, this might be the one. Now she got another baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? So that's because the woman is not supposed to try to choose her mate. That was her father's job. See?
I gotta say,
That's why marriage was lasting longer back in the ancient time. What's up?
this is Ephesians 5 verse 22. Wives, submit yourself to your own husband as unto the Lord.
Genesis 3:16.
And when it says your own husband, you're not supposed to go to another man and ask what you're supposed to do to please your husband.
That's why you're supposed to have a man that's of faith, so he can teach you what you're supposed to do according to what the Most High said. According to what the Most High said.
That's why it says in Ruth, he said, ask him what, he'll tell you what to do.
There you go.
See, not that I don't understand.
Because the brother made a good point. It has to be a man of the Lord. And here, this is Proverbs 2 and verse 6. For the Lord giveth wisdom, and out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding.
So if you're going to marry someone, you're supposed to marry a man that believes in what the Most High says. That's the right way. That's the only way. So what you see out here right now is everybody walking and leaning upon their own understanding. That's why you see women walking around half naked. You see men walking around being faggots. You see lesbians, transgenders. All that's against the Most High. That's because man think they know what the hell they're doing, and they don't. That's why war is running rampant in the earth. Death is running rampant in the earth. Disease, cancer, all that comes from walking against what the Most High said was right. This is why our people are in
And how
this
do you
man.
feel, about the Pentagon releasing that they created chips to detect COVID-19 in your body?
That's the mark of the beast. The RFID chip is the mark of the beast written about Revelation 13. You ain't gonna be able to refuse unless you come to the Lord.
Because you're not going to have no escape
Yeah.
unless you're with the Lord.
In Revelation, he said, peace unto thee, mark your seal.
Because what you were just saying, that alone shows you who the enemy is, man. We were taught our whole lives that the spiritual demon Satan was just going to pop out the woodwork and make everybody take this chip. That's a good point. And now that it's happening, who is it, man? Somebody in the flesh.
Who's the one that's pushing this chip? It's the so-called white race, the elites. You know what?
Gates.
You know why they want to do that? Because they look at you as being their property. That's what. Because our people they follow up under this trend thinking that they are American. This is their country. No, you go to their constitution, it still tell you that you will be physical human. They don't even consider you human. So what they're trying to do is brand you. That's what that RFID chip is all about. They're trying to put that brand on you to show their ownership over you, and that's basically a slap in the Most High's face, because the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, these people right here, we belong to the Heavenly Father.
Y'all make your own E5s. Y'all change it like like ephods in a way because y'all having the stones and stuff that represent the tribes and things like that.
Yeah, we get brothers to make a
That goes back to this.
Yeah. So the thing is, bro, you
I
gotta
call it an ephod. When y'all wear y'all chains and they got the stones on them,
called
that's an
judgment.
ephod.
So when you go into understanding who we are, bro, we belong to the Most High. So going to what the Most High told us, you're not supposed to be making no markings in our flesh. You're not supposed to have no
but
tattoos. You're supposed to have tattoos because that's what we had in the world before we knew the truth.
Misguided.
Yeah. So now having an understanding, we're not supposed to be in the front of this white man for no type of protection or sustaining your lifestyle. Man, you're supposed to trust in the Most High. So that's what that thing's gonna come down to. When that chip is made mandatory, all these people walking around us, they're gonna fold and bow the knee to the damn devil. You know,
Boil
because they
down to
don't
what soil
make
is he
allegiance.
founded on. You know, if you rooted in God, then where can you go? How can you be up?
We have to be rooted in Yahweh Shah, the true Lord and Savior. That's when you're gonna receive salvation. The one that we call Jesus Christ, his true name is Yahweh Shah, not Jesus. That's the only way we're gonna be saved.
Nor Allah.
Yahweh Shah. Yeah. Let's get on that. Great destruction, death, plague, pestilence, all that's coming to America. This shit, the economy is about to collapse. America's finished, man. It's time for the kingdom of heaven. It's time for the kingdom of heaven to be established. You see? But before the kingdom of heaven to be established, America has to go down with great destruction. Great rabbi tells you in Revelation 18.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
This is what the elite trying to do. They're going to push this upon everybody in society. No one is exempt from this, man. The only ones who are going to be exempt from this are those who kept the patience, the word of the Most High's patience. So Yahweh Shah will keep us from the temptation if we continue in the faith, man. But this man is about to push this upon everybody. And what does it say you're going to be able to do?
Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark.
So you're not going to be able to buy, so you're not going to be able to function in society if you don't get that chip. So how are you going to make it through this? You have to trust in the Lord, man.
Oh, let me get a step on that, because a lot of men are going to actually try to rob for food. And it tells you what's going to happen to them.
You seen the book of Eli? You ever seen a movie called The Road? Mad Max? All
Mad
that
Max,
shit,
yeah.
all that shit is about to happen here in America. This is about to become the real fucking Wild Wild West out here, man. People running into people's homes, guns on, holding your family hostage. Where your
There was a
resources
movie
at?
called like
Where your
War,
food at?
where it was like gun shells. It's all over the ground everywhere you walk. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what's coming to you. You about to see.
Bodies are going to be
See how
like
this,
that.
Yeah,
how
bodies.
calm it is right now?
That's it.
It's about to be a thing in the past very soon, man. All hell is gonna break loose in this place.
They already got the
They
coffins
do
tucked up.
runouts from the store. With,
They already doing it.
they already doing it.
Oh, they're robbing people in the parking lot, bro.
And the thing is, all the people saying this, imagine when they go flip that shell. It's gonna get serious out here, man. Matter of fact, go ahead, bro.
2nd Ezra 16, verse 33. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of
Because
famine.
why? We're on the brink of World War III, man. You're gonna see all these men right here, they're gonna get drafted, be sent to the Middle East. You're gonna have a lot of widows out here, you see, while all hell is breaking loose in America, man. You're gonna
And
see
then the ones
great
that do
death.
rob, they're going to put their head in the wrong window and get it blown off.
A lot of these women are about to be snatched up and put into sex rings here in America, man.
In
Here
my
in America.
opinion, the Second Amendment is first.
Yeah,
From
Uh,
being a black
but
man.
if I can say about the Constitution does not include you. You're not included in there because in the
I just told you.
Constitution,
You got to put yourself in the Constitution.
no, bro.
Oh, and then the other
It's-
thing is when they declare martial law and a federal emergency, the Constitution's out the window.
Yeah,
That's why I told
FEMA
you,
take
bro.
over.
You got to understand the
FEMA gonna
Constitution. When they wrote the Constitution, they weren't thinking about your ass.
no.
That's why they called you thief of human. So that Second Amendment, that don't belong to you. That's why you see.
Cop could shoot you with the
perfect,
law.
hold on, hold.
What makes a person
Perfect
Nation
example.
Creed and
Perfect example.
and
Perfect example. A couple
Nation
years
Creed,
ago, right?
I think-
Remember Philando Castile? He had a gun license.
Yep.
What happened to his ass?
Blew his ass away.
Why? Because that Constitution don't apply to you, bro.
And he was reaching for the license.
He was reaching to show the cop his license. He still shot his ass.
You know
that
what?
show you that it don't. But you have a white man do the same shit He had a gun
I done
pointing
seen
at the
them
cop.
de-escalate.
He had the gun
taunting,
pointing at the
you
cop.
know?
The cop like, sir, put your gun down. Why they don't talk to you like that? Because the Constitution don't apply to you. That's not yours, bro.
That's a good example. This is a good example of what
I
we
had to
just
leave my
explained.
woman I was just with.
get Micah 2 and
because of
10
the
real quick.
situation where she don't understand how bringing the police into our relationship, how that's only a one way.
Yeah, they
That's
come
very
and get your
one
ass.
way.
Hey,
They ain't, you know, I ain't do nothing.
You can come
I
to
got a
the. You
busted
can come to
lip
the.
right
You,
now.
they
I
can
got
come.
scratches.
They can come to the
Hey,
crib.
if you have
you
kids,
can have a
they're gonna
goddamn.
pay her to leave you.
Bro,
Right.
They're gonna give
you
her
see
child
how that shit
support.
work though? You see how that work? They'll come to the crib. You have a fucking knife stuck in your head. You know what I'm saying?
And
She's
you
still
still
whooping
gonna
your
take
ass while they there. Sir, put your hands behind your back. Like, goddamn, nigga, it's a whole bunch of knife in my shit.
I watched this one dude in his
This ain't
car.
our
He
society,
called the
man.
police on his girl. As soon as the police got there, he said, "Get this bitch out my house." They took him to jail. Gave him a DV for calling her a bitch.
You
I
know
thought the
why?
Constitution
You know
was involved.
why? You know why? Read it, bro. You got Micah 2 and 10?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. That's why we get treated the way we treated, man. This ain't our society.
You're a slave.
We slaves, bro.
Yeah.
Now, you might not have no chains on your head, but you got a birth certificate and
You got a
Social Security
chain
number.
right here in your mind.
That's a social security number, is a product code. It shows that you belong to the elites, man. So this ain't our rest. This is why people get gunned down the way they get gunned down. That's why they live in the worst neighborhoods, have the worst education. You know what I'm saying? The family structures are all destroyed because what? Because of the so-called white man.
And
The
it's
elites did
structured
this.
violence. They make it seem like it's senseless and random, but it's structured. You know,
Yeah.
it's usually the good young black men that's going to school, about to graduate.
There is no
right now.
good.
So
You
the
know
thing
what I'm
is,
saying?
so
There is
this is
none
the
of
thing.
it.
Why is that happening? Why is that happening to our people? It's because we're under the curses.
Right.
People
And if you ignorant out here,
I'm gonna finish this
real
we
quick.
gonna give you a bill.
Because
We're gonna show you according to what the scriptures say while we're in this condition we're in. Go ahead.
finishing Micah 2:10, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword
And
destruction.
this is why we're going through what we're going, because this ain't our rest, man. We can't get no peace here. Every time the cops get behind you, what do your heart do? Drop. You ain't even doing shit. Your paper good to go. Your plates are up to date. But as soon as the cops get behind you, they ain't even coming for your ass.
The so-called
Fucking
white people
heart
feel
drop
like
to
that.
the bottom
They
of
don't
your
have
damn
that.
ass,
They don't
man.
have that feeling.
See,
They
they
don't
don't-
get it like
that's
that.
People
because
feel
that's
comfortable
the
for that
curse,
to be
man.
one of their first weapons to use. I'm gonna call the cops.
That's the
Knowing
curse.
how you feel about that, you know. Like,
Start at 15. Start at 15. We're gonna redo a couple of the curses to show you why we're in this condition.
And then before I read, can I add that the gun, the sword is not our blessing?
That's not our blessing. That's
So
the white
if
man's
you hear
blessing.
that, the gun, the sword, is not our blessing to use. This is our blessing. This is what we go back to, putting our faith in Yahweh Shini outside. So this is our Deuteronomy 28 and verse
So when
15.
you understand what's going on in Deuteronomy 28, the first part of the chapter of Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 14, it goes into the blessings of what would happen to us if we were obedient to the Most High. You see, that's what's coming after we leave this place. So Deuteronomy 28, 15 through 68, it tells us what happens when we're disobedient. Now we're gonna read a few of them for you. Go ahead, bro.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So all the curses gonna come upon us, and take us if we don't be obedient to the Most High. You see, so that's why we in this condition that we're in here in Babylon. You get that one about a man's heart should be toward his brother. We're gonna read the because this is a long chapter. You can go read it yourself and see what the subject about. You got it, bro? Go ahead.
This is
hey, brothers, one of y'all take my number down?
We don't do that, bro.
we out here.
On Sundays.
All right, bless you.
Did for the seashore covenant that's handed. You died in your sins will remain there. And you rose up on the last day to watch us, the righteous, walk into heaven. Please, my brothers, turn from your sins before it is too late.
See, Jake, what was he talking about? Hey, you can drop the curses. They don't want to hear it. You see? They're getting cut up by the word because Jake still want to lean upon their own understanding.
And that shows why these women are going to be led into their destruction.
By niggas like that. See, because Jake is proud. Jake don't want to hear it, man. You know what I'm saying? We was going into why we understand. He wanted to come with all this like he knows some shit. We was telling him why we're up under this, but they don't want to hear it. We're under the curses as the Israelites, man, because of our disobedience. Jake, when we say about disobedience, got to follow the Most High. They was trying to get up the street quick. That's why she quick listening to the Quran, man. That shit ain't got no guidance. You know what I'm
And
saying?
he's probably the one that told her to grab the
Nah,
cup.
shalom, bro. Bring them out. I mean, shit. But now we edifying the brothers on the live stream, man. Like I said, we try to give it to Jake. Jake don't want it. That goes in the most I telling them what. You pulled away the shoulder, you stopped the ears, you didn't want to hear. We give you the key of why we in this and how we get up out of this, but they still want to do their own thing here in America, man. That's gonna lead to great death amongst 2/3 of Israel, man.
So, Zechariah 11:4.
Hey, that emoji. That. Hey, it is what it is.
Thus saith Yahweh my power, feed the flock of the slaughter, whose oppressors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
There it is. The Bible tells you everything that we go through, why we go through everything we go through, man. It's all oppressors who are doing this to us. They don't think they're oppressed. They think because they can walk up and down 6 feet small and do whatever they want to do, they're free. No, man. This is why they're able to kill you, gun you down in the streets, man. First of all, that's a part of the curse. And when they do it, they hold themselves like this. They will find any way to demonize Jake, man. They'll find any way to demonize Jake. Jake can be in the right or whatever it may be. They can kick in Jake's door. Jake in the house sleep chilling. They gonna find a way to go into his past. Oh, he got caught in goddamn 1991 with a dime bag of weed. Yeah, he got 2 different baby mamas. All type of bullshit they can find to justify themselves in killing Jake. This is because what? We're in our captivity, man. That's what Jake don't understand, man. And they refuse to take heed to it. That's
Going on, it says, and they that sell thee say, blessed be Yahweh, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not.
because the so-called leaders of the black culture, they tell you what the hell is going on, man. They sell you out. They selling you out. You see? When they get you out there, what they saying? Them damn coons, Jesse Jackass, Reverend Al Sharpton, man. And they come in what? They come and quell Jake's fire and put him back to sleep. Give them that bullshit ass speech, they take their mouths, man. Same shit they've been doing ever since the damn civil rights, man. Selling Jake out. You see? Hell, that go all the way back to when we were still in our land, man. The wicked scribes and Pharisees, they would sell out to the Roman Empire, man. So they told you, man, we had to stop the power shot, man. They want to take our bag away, man. You know what I'm saying? Jake, they don't understand, man, and they refuse to. That was it on that one? Yes.
Yeah. This book of 2 Chronicles chapter 7 and verse 14. It says, if my people, so the Israelites, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin.
The thing is, the only ones who are going to do this is the remnant, according to Isaiah chapter 10, man. Jake don't want to repent. Jake, like I said, Jake want to continue to walk around in their own understanding when that's leading them to death, man. That's why Root 4 and 1 tell us what? This is the book of the commandments of the Most High. All that keep it shall come to life, those that leave it shall die. Oh, like it tells you what, in Jeremiah, seek ye the old path, but they say we will not seek it. Come on, man. Jake don't want to commit to the righteous way. They want to continue to be niggas, spicks, and wetbacks here in Babylon the Great, and that's going to lead to their destruction, man.
I got Ecclesiasticus chapter 5 and verse 1. Set not thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough for my life. Follow not thy own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart.
Why? Because you don't know what the fuck is going on. Man, this is the thing, man. This shows the problem. The Heavenly Father created everything in existence. He gave you a way to walk in, and you got the fucking mere mortals on the earth talking about, nah, we're going to do it this way. Then wonder why they're getting all type of diseases. Homos wondering why they got HIV. Then talking about, oh, we got a pill to make it so less in the body you can't even detect it. Motherfucker, if you stop being a fucking faggot, it won't even be there. You see? All these things these people are trying to do to try to circumvent around what the Most High says is right, and they destroying themselves, man. This is why we need Yahweh to come back to establish righteousness in the earth, man. Because these niggas are retarded, bro. We the only ones how to do. We know how to get rid of HIV. What do? It's all the faggots to do. That's how you get rid of HIV. How we put adultery out of the earth? Put all the adulterers how we get idolatry out of the earth? Destroy all the idols and those that worship. That's how you get it up out of here, man. We got the cure. You know what I'm saying? To all your problems, we got the cure right here. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. That's why I can't wait till Yahweh Shai come back and do away with this madness, man.
Verse 3.
Shit crazy, bro.
And say not, who shall control me for my works? For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride.
There it is, because Jake think they got free will, man. My bad, bro. Jake think they got free will, man. Jake really think they walking in the earth going about because that's what they want to do. No, man. The Most High is in control of everything. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, the God of the heavens and the earth, man. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He's running the show. You know what? He's giving up power over to Yahweh Shai now. So the one we call Jesus Christ, whose true name is Yahweh Shai, he's running the show, man. And there's a way you're supposed to be walking in, man. And if you're not walking in that way, it's going to lead death. That's the only two options you have. You got life on the right hand, you got death on the left, man.
The brother was talking about the diseases and the AIDS, so I'm going to bring it out. This is
That's a
part of
curse.
the curse,
Yup.
you know?
And where did it come from? They come from not following the ways of the Most High. That's where the disease and all that comes from, man.
The wages of sin is death.
Oh. Disease. Death is a disease, man.
Deuteronomy 28 and 66, start at 60. Moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt which thou was afraid of.
Oh shit. So all that AIDS and shit go back to Egypt. Egypt, one of the biggest fucking homo societies in the world, but you still got Jake talking about some damn Egyptology, bro.
Oh yeah, diabetes. If you look up the beginning of diabetes, it happened in Egypt.
So from what, all they eating all that bread and all that
Preserved
shit?
food.
See?
You know, if you go into disease, I don't have my phone on me, but it goes into like the body.
And why is that? Because you're abusing your body with things the most I told you not to do. You see? That shit go back to Egypt. That AIDS and all that syphilis and gonorrhea, that shit go back to Egypt, man. Because of all those perverse acts they was doing. They was taking fucking crocodile dung, putting it in the woman's womb so she couldn't get pregnant, man. That's the nasty shit these Egyptians was doing. And that's what Jake is trying to cleave onto. Yeah. Do you understand how nasty the fucking Hamites were, man? How sexually perverted they were? You see? But that's what Jake wanted to be when the Most I told you he put a difference between the Egyptian and Israel, man. Yeah.
That's why they ain't bullshit.
Yeah, bro. Ham was nasty. Still is.
Moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt which thou was afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee. Also, every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will Yahweh bring upon thee until thou be destroyed.
That's exactly what our people, man, because they're walking in a way that's not pleasing to the Most High.
AIDS, COVID. You were bringing out the same, right? Were you saying something about that?
Book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 24. It says, because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded.
How is he calling out to you, man? By way of his prophets. He got his finger on the highways and byways to tell you what you need to be doing and what you don't need to do. But what does Jake want to do? Everything they don't need to be doing, man. And they wonder why they're in the condition they're in. They wonder why these Edomites are allowed to go down the street, man, because you're rebelling against the Most High. And we know it will. Rebellion is like the sin of witchcraft. And what does the Most High say about a witch? To not cause the witch to live. And that's why you Jake's getting put down and what you get put down. And we ain't seen shit yet. Wait till Jacob's trouble pop off. The Most High really gonna show you this like he had no power. You see? It's about to be a whole lot of death here in America, man. Especially amongst the Israelites.
It says, but ye have said at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh.
This is Sirach chapter 5, verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance.
That's what's about to happen to 2/3 of Israel, man. Because Jacob's hearing the word, man. Jacob is hearing the word of the Most High being preached, man. But guess what they're doing? They're pulling away the shoulder, they're stopping it in, they're talking shit about it. So they feel safe because they ain't really nothing happen yet. It's the same thing that happened during the time of Noah, man, before the flood. Noah's out there prophesying for 120 years. Nobody had ever seen rain before. So So they thought no, it was crazy, man.
You guys preach the same message every
See?
week?
So, when that flood came upon it, it was too late. And they got swept away in their unbelief, and they got swept away in their rebellion. Same thing is about to happen here in America and all throughout the earth, man. Because this gospel has gone to the four corners of the earth, and that's why we see time speaking of it. That's why we see these days. That's why we at camp again. It felt like we was just here 2 days ago. See? Get out here.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 65, and verse 12. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow
Read
down
Romans,
to the
bro.
slaughter.
Romans chapter
Because when I called, ye did not
Verse
answer.
15.
When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not.
That's what it is, man. The Most High called, refused, pulled away the chosen, chose that when the Most High delighted not. Now he gonna number you to the sword, man. As it tells you in Ezekiel 21, the sword is fervent. You see? And then sharpened and given to the hand of the slave. That's what's about to go down here, man. You see? All the talking the Most High is doing with the prophet, all that's about to come to an end.
Context.
See? And it's about to go
Good
down
verse,
here.
though. I like that.
That was real, no? Yes.
You're not breaking it down. correct.
Sirach, chapter 6, and verse 33. If thou love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding. And if thou bow thine ear, thou shalt be wise.
The only way you can do that is the Most High put the spirit of punishment on you. You can't even do this without the Most High guiding you to, hey, like Yahweh said, no man can come unto me unless the Father draw me. You see? Then what Yahweh said?
When I saw that again before, like later on,
Go through me. And the thing is, you can't even do none of that unless the
Well,
Most High
Romans
put that
7,
spirit of faith in you.
chapter 7, verse
I'm gonna
10.
highlight that, though. Thank
Let me
you.
take heed to
I
what
meant to
you
highlight it.
cool.
I read it last time, but I didn't have my highlighter on.
Got you, bro. Romans
all
7,
of you, how about
chapter
You ever had
10.
that?
That cuts
Highlight something. You
That
ever
cuts
had
through.
highlight?
I'm here for you, brother.
That cuts the Christian doctrine that you choose to be saved.
My highlight is off.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's why niggas like that.
Don't clash with my Bible.
I got a couple. This is Sirach 39 and verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
That's what's about to happen, man. The Most High he's about to unleash those death angels in the earth, man. Okay, somebody get Ezekiel 9. You saw that book?
Fire and hail and famine and death. All these were created for vengeance.
All these were created
Romans
for
7,
fire,
verse
hail,
10.
death, famine, pestilence, plague.
I like
All
that
that's
one.
punishment for the wicked.
I was going to.
All that's punishment for those who rebel against the Most High. See, we ain't trying to be on that side, man. So we're going to do what the Most High told us to do as best we can. Because we see what's about to happen, man. In the spirit, we see it, man. You see? Death beyond anything you people have ever seen before is about to take hold to the earth, man.
How you break it down?
You people are insecurity right now, dwelling carelessly. And guess what? The Most High about to bring
Yeah,
terror
yeah,
and
man,
fear
we have
upon you
coffee.
beyond anything you can ever dream of, man.
Laws, you break laws. That's why
Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions,
613 laws.
vipers,
613
and the
laws.
sword,
Yes,
punishing the
yes,
wicked
keep
to
Bible.
destruction.
Punishing who?
Punishing the wicked to destruction.
Who are the wicked, man? Those who are rebelling against the Most High. Those who don't believe in Yahweh Shai. See? Those who are not being obedient to the will of the Most High. These things are about to be poured out for you. Hey, go to that next chapter, see, bro.
That's boasting, bro. It's not about works.
Let me read this next verse.
It's not boasting about that.
They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is.
And that time is fast and because we see these different things happening in the earth. We see
Hey,
signs
laugh.
of the
Explain it
times.
to me.
We know it's not
Hey,
what
laugh,
it
bro.
is. See, you got false
Be humble
flags
like him.
about to be brewed
Explain
up
it to me.
with this Afghanistan shit. They letting all these so-called
You gotta wanna
refugees
learn.
come into America, Afghanistan. What is that? That's justification for do a false flag and blame it on the Taliban. That's gonna cause all hell to break loose, man. So it's about to get real. It's already deadly serious, man. But everybody's watching.
You like me, bro. You like me, right, bro?
You use that as a false flag
A little bit.
to the man of the Lord.
Push up your brother, bro. They're hateful for what? Hateful.
This is one of their main
You have hate, huh? Oh, you do?
It says,
You know, it says when you went to the
They shall
kingdom
not
of God,
transgress
you
his
have
word.
hate.
Why? Because when the Most High pulls out these angels,
Yeah, bro.
they
Forgive
gon'
me.
do what the Most High
Life is short,
commanded
man.
them to do with precision. Just like when the one came and the Most High stayed the hand of the angel, and he was just wiping Israel out. Well, I think that was after King David had numbered Israel.
Yeah, and that was a pestilence too.
Yeah.
But in the spiritual side, it was actually an angel that was running through killing people.
Well,
man.
hey,
But at the physical side, you got people getting disease and dying.
Yeah, he said he had to stay the angel's hand because of the Most High gave the angel the commandment. He did it to perfection, man. The same thing that's about to happen with these spiritual things that's about to be unleashed on the earth, man.
Yeah, that reminds me of that movie Legion. I don't know if you see it, where the Most High pronounces like all these angels. They come in like like demons, man, and they're just killing the hell out of everybody.
what they're made for.
Like the part of the story, the main who's supposed to be Gabriel transgresses the Most High's word and is trying to save man.
Oh, Lord. Hey, it's always got to be somebody rebelling against the will of the Most High. That's Esau. You know what I'm saying? Hold that one real quick.
And they made the angels look like Esau in that movie too.
Ezekiel chapter 9.
Tail, fucking face, and all that shit. Always, you got it.
Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the man that sighed and that cried for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
The only ones who are doing this is the believers of Yahweh Shai, man. We the only ones signing the crime for all this madness going on. You see?
That mark is a mark of protection.
Yeah, that mark goes to the Hebrew word tawah, man, which means the essential from judgment. That's what the men of the Lord are going to receive for crying out against this place, man. You see? Because that's what we're supposed to be doing, of course, what is written in the scriptures, man. Crying out against all this wickedness going on, man.
But man, Christianity does the opposite. They tell everybody come as you is.
Yep.
They promote it.
Yep.
Hey,
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. A good example to show Christianity is a bunch of bullshit. The number one complaint they got about Afghanistan is that women are losing their rights in Afghanistan because of the Taliban, which the Taliban is bullshit anyway.
They put
But
bitches back in
that
order.
shows that, according to the Bible, women are supposed to be in subjection and clothing of modesty.
Me and the brother were talking about it earlier, man. See, the United States goes and claims that they're giving freedom and setting people free and democracy, but in reality, they're just going out there to have